Now, the second of our 14 topics is going to be related to translations, specifically horizontal and vertical translations of graphs. So we want to demonstrate an understanding of the effects of horizontal and vertical translations on the graphs of functions and their related equations. And the first unnecessary hurdle into understanding this is realizing we've talked about translations before. Maybe not recently, it was junior high stuff. But a lot of the textbooks don't call them by the proper term of translations, they call them slides. So you'll slide that shape over here. What we will learn is how to just take that y equals f of x in general and turn it into a slide or a translation. How to do it directly with the algebra so we're not just describing it on the graph. So if we want to slide it a units to the right, well, whatever happens now when x was 0 now has to happen when x is a. So this argument has to be 0 when x equals a. So we replace every instance of x with x minus a. It's a little counterintuitive. A lot of people see that minus sign and assume we're going left because it's the negative x-axis to the left and the positive to the right. But what that x minus a does is it takes everything that happens at that y-axis where x equals 0 and drags it a units to the right. So it's now happening when x equals a. So we have a bit of a sign change here. Doing it for the vertical translations is not terribly different. If we were to move it b units up, we would do that by replacing y with y minus b. So exactly the same idea. What used to happen when y equals 0 now has to happen when y equals b. So we replace every instance of y with y minus b. And that will shift us b units up. We get a little bit of confusion because our instinct is to keep y isolated. So it's not uncommon to see it with a plus b on the right-hand side of the equation instead of the minus b on the left. But that is something that we'll just practice and get used to. But these are the two fundamental concepts. A minus a, x minus a will shift you a units right, and a y minus b will shift you b units up. And these are the translations that we are going to be dealing with as the first of several types of transformations of a function, where you take one function, make some changes, and turn it into a completely different function.